Okay, so today we have a 2013 Camaro that I'm going to show you how to replace the side mirror when your wife rips it off by hitting a steel pole. So the first thing, obviously, that we're going to need to do is remove this door panel. So let me get some tools set up, get the camera set up, and we'll see how easy this door panel is to remove. Okay, the first thing that I think's got to happen, I think we've got to, piece down here, we've got to pop out of here. If we can get in there. Okay, yep. Okay, so we got a Torx. We also have a plastic piece right here underneath the door handle. Need to pop out of there. Yeah, it looks like a 5/16 or an 8mm. And then I think I saw some. I think these are 7mm down here. Looks like you got 1, 2, 3 across the bottom that are 7mm. So let's see, the first thing I'm going to do is get us a Torx. Be right back. Alright, that looked about like a T30. I don't think it's a Torx Plus, so we're going to try this first. We also needed what? Needed a 8mm. Don't forget your kneeling cushion. No reason to tear up your knees any sooner than you have to. Okay. Pop that one off. Get the 8mm on there. No, I guess that's a 7mm steel. Looked bigger. Okay, Torx. Get out there. Okay. So that's all the hardware. And usually what I do, if there's like a handle or something, I gently see if I can get it to pull away from the door. If not, I take my trim tool and I stick underneath the bottom. So let me get the camera set up. We'll see if we can just kind of pop this loose. Okay, let me grab a trim tool. Usually want to start at the corner. Once you get your fingers under it, then you can gently just pop it loose. Now we're up here at the top. Now I'm just going around, just gently pulling out. You can see the clips right there. Okay, now before you just fully pop it off, be careful about what all's plugged in. Let's see what we got to do here. Okay, there's a small connector here. Doing this one-handed might make this look a little clumsy, but if you as long as you have two hands, you're gonna be in a lot better shape than what I am trying to do it with two. I mean with one. Okay, there's a connector underneath here for this speaker, this little tweeter, and there's a Phillips screw that needs to come out. Okay, there's the tweeter, and then and that's loose. Okay. Try to remember how all this stuff goes whenever you're taking it apart. Be nice if they just had one central connector that you could disconnect right here and pull this whole thing off, but it does not look like the way it is. But you know what? I don't know if I'm going to take the rest of the stuff off. I'm going to let that hang just like that, and then there should be a connector. Oh, I guess it's this one right here, because this was a heated and power mirror. So obviously this is going to have to be pushed in like that. Mirror bolts are in this hole. Probably. Okay, so I see two. It looks like two 10mm, and there's probably gonna, yeah, be one underneath this sticker. Yep, right there. 10mm. Let me get a 10mm socket. Back with the socket, and hopefully I'm not leading you astray this time. Okay, there's one, and there's two. Hopefully you can see in there. There's two 10mm in there. So I'm trying not to drop that nut. If I drop it, it's going to cause me a little bit more grief. Then the mirror should come up and out of there. And that's what you got right there. And so what we're putting on is a mirror that we bought off eBay from a low mileage Camaro that had the same paint code. That way it's going to match. We're going to put it on it. This mirror actually is in better shape than what the mirror that was on it was in. So I'm going to need two hands for this. Let me see. The mirror's on. What I need to do now, though, is I need to fish that connector down here, and so you got this weather and soundproofing mat or whatever you call it. So I'm going to pull this back some, just so that I can get my hand, hopefully get my hand down in there and help get the connector where it needs to go, because I can't even see it right now. Try not to rip this too. I can see the connector. I'm going to get a little piece of wire to help me fish it. It's way down there in the door. It needs to come out of this hole right here. So I'm just going to take a piece of wire that I can reach in there, kind of grab a hold of it, pull it over to this, and I'll show that. So I just got a little piece of wire. I'm going to stick it in the hole that I need it to come through. And then I've got to there it is right there. Okay, I've got it hooked. I know you can't see that, but I'm going to need both hands to kind of fish this thing. And I hope you was able to see all that. So here's the wire. Actually, I think it wrapped around like that. Now, before I do anything, I want to make sure this thing's going to work. Looks good. I'm not going to worry about the heated part. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't get cold enough here in Texas for me to worry about that. Okay, so I don't know if you guys care enough to see the rest of this or not. I did go ahead and snap this door handle doodad off. If you don't know how it goes, so it just hooks in, and there's the end of it. Hook the ball in, hooks right there, pull on it, and then it will snap right in there just like that. Okay. Where's the hole? There it is. Tweeter wire. What else did we have disconnected? This wire right here. I think that's all I ended up disconnecting. Now, if you take your door panel all the way off, you're going to disconnect this connector and your power lock and power window connectors. You're going to have to disconnect. I think that's it. My tweeter needs to go back on. One-handed work is a challenge, guys. there's little plastic bosses here that go in these holes. So you got to line those up, and then the door panel just pushes straight on. You've got these clips here that's going to mate up with these, and then you've got these right here that's going to go in these holes here. That's about all there is to it. Make sure that your pad is on. Oh, make sure your door lock lever rod is going up in the proper hole. Just go around the perimeter. Now it's just a matter of putting the screws back in. We had a Torx down in this hole. Had a 7mm here. Then we had 3 around the perimeter. And then this little closeout panel and the little rubber panel goes down there. And then this job's done. So I'm not going to show that. That's just putting these fasteners back in and calling it done. Anyway, you guys take care. Till the next one.